Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, this is Professor Sistrunk, and I am sending out another vlog. Okay, so just recently, I sent you some credentials to where you can log into this new portal called NetLabs. Now, I know you're going to say, hey, Professor, wait a minute. I already use NetLabs. I know NetLabs really good. That's great. But what the college did was we got rid of the old NetLabs, which you were using, and we came up with the new NetLabs that is totally online. So the old NetLabs, if you know what hybrid data centers was a setup where we had a hybrid data center. Now the new NetLabs, the entire platform is just totally online. So nothing is a hybrid anymore. Everything is online. So I'm migrating you to this new platform. Now, change is funny, but in the IT industry, we recognize as individuals who work in this industry, there are always change. We never get used to the same thing because there's new technologies that's coming out that's better, that's faster, and we change with it. And that's what the college wants you to do. Change over from the old platform of NetLabs to the new platform. It's funny, we're working in a portal that is called NetAccount, and also we're using a place where we do our labs called NetLabs. So let me explain this to you. We got two ways of doing the assignments that you have in your NetAccount portal. One is packet tracers, and the other is labs. Now, you hear some professors refer to just turn in your labs, but they really saying make sure you do your packet tracers and make sure you do your labs. Now, for labs' sakes, we have two ways of doing it. One way, if you're in a classroom, we allow you to use what they call real material or the real devices. My quotes are kind of funny, right? But the real devices. But if you're doing a class online, we have to connect you to the real devices in cyberspace, which in reality is just a data center somewhere. So now we are using this online NetLabs portal because we're getting rid of the old way of doing it. So you do all of your labs in here. Now, I'm going to walk through this session as though I'm a student so you can see how you should log in. Remember, I'm using your Ivy Tech email, not the whole email. Read the email that I sent to you over again so you can understand how I'm doing it. But I'm using your Ivy Tech email, and I sent you a password, okay? You have a password. It's not my password. If you read the first part of the email, it is a generic password. And you're going to see what's going to happen when I go into the system as a student and begin to log in. So I'm going to come here and type in my credential for my username. So instead of using the entire email, you know what the email said. Pay attention to your email. And if you don't get it, just give me a call and we'll walk you through it and get you logged in. That's what I'm here for. Give me a call. So I'm going to put in my credentials right here. I'm actually copying and pasting it. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at another one of my systems. So I'm going to put my credentials in. I hope you can see that. That one, I didn't want to do that. See, even the professor makes a mistake, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, so that's the first part of my credential. The second part is the generic password that I sent you. All you have to do is type that in, and I should be able to log in. So let's take a look and see if I was able to do it. I'm going to click never on my computer because I don't need it. Okay, now this is what happened. It took me to a window that demonstrated my name. Remember, this is generic information. And it said, change your password. It didn't say that, but that's basically roughly what it wants you to do. Change your password. So now I'll put in another generic password. And then I'm going to retype it in, just in case I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. I'm going to try it again. Which you will make a mistake too. Now, I just typed in a generic password for this account, and I'm going to click submit. Now it's telling me the email address that's in there. Hopefully you don't go use that email address because it don't exist. I made it up. And I'm going to click submit. And now it wants me to change the date and time. So, of course, I want to be central because I'm living in a particular area. And I'm not going to put that out there. But I'm going to leave it the way it is right now. I don't need to change that. I will change this because I like to see the date form. And although I'm not in the military, I know military time, but I'm still going to change it to the 12-hour time. And my first day, make sure you choose Monday as your first day of the week. Then I'm going to click submit. Okay, now my credentials are in there. It says you okay. So I click I understand or understand. Okay, now I'm in the portal. The next phase of this, I'm going to show you how to select your lab. So right here, it has a little button that says New Lab Reservation. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to come down here to Schedule Lab Myself. Or you got Schedule Lab for the team. But for you, just say Myself. Okay. Now it gives me a selection of all the labs that I'll be using in NetLabs Online. That old NetLabs that you have that have NetLabs and that number in it, get rid of it. And if you want those same credentials, which is not in this system yet, give me a call. So people email me and said, hey, Professor, I already have credentials in NetLabs. You have credentials in the old NetLabs that was not transferred over to the new NetLabs. That's crazy. I'm saying NetLabs, NetCavs. Oh, it's getting all mixed up. Help. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so make sure if you want those old credentials, call me so we can go on here together and set up those old credentials if you want it. But you know now what the new credentials is because I sent you an email and instructed you on how to use it. But if you have any problems, don't work your brain, because I need you to get the work done. Simply give me a call or say, hey, Professor, let's set up a time in an email when we can meet, and we'll jump on the phone, knock it out in a few seconds, and you up and rolling. It's not that hard. But I need everybody to get in here. So far, we completed this. We have completed packet tracers. We have completed exams. We have now been introduced to the new online NetLabs system. And when I say NetLabs, I'm saying netlab.iretech.edu. I don't put an S on there. I don't put a number in there. It's just netlab.iretech.edu. This is the new system. So I'm hoping that this helps you out. You can choose a lab. I think I like this better than the old system. I simply can choose a lab to start. One of the things I like to do, I see some students in here already. You can see them. You don't see their name. You just see it's reserved. One of the things I like to do is come right below. If you want to start your NetLab right then and there instead of setting a certain time, you know you can go in here and just pick a time and do the work. I like to do mine right then and there. So I come right below this line, click it, and it will allow me to do the work right now. So now if I say submit and say okay, I can go in there and begin to do that lab. This new setup is beautiful. I like it. I think NetLab stepped their game up a little with this. You know, I wasn't a fan of NetLabs. You know me, most of my students, you know, my netty peeps, you know I'm hardcore. I like doing all the labs in Packet Tracer. And if you do the lab in Packet Tracer and I can get in there and do the research to check it, I'll send you an email saying this is perfect and that's good enough. But I do need to see you, everybody, go in here and do labs inside of NetLab. So you have to do them in there. The college is paying a lot of money for this program for you, so they want you to do it. But you know I'm hardcore. I like going in Packet Tracer, demonstrating the skills and knowledge I have to be able to put networks together. But let's go into NetLabs and get this done. So I think this was very informational. I think it's very helpful to you. As you can see, you could choose all this. Just remember, you have to give it time. If you click on content and status is the key because it'll tell you what's running, and you have to give it a little time. Like I tell my students all the time, it's best that when you run this, get up, get you a cup of coffee. As you can see, I got my coffee here. Get you a cup of coffee, maybe some type of sweet treat that you eat, and then just give it a little time to build itself up. Now that you know this, you know what to do. Call me if you want to get your credentials in there, your old credentials, but try it again. Go in there and try the user, the password, and you know the username because it's your username from your iRetech email account. Go in there and change things up and do what you got to do, and we'll get this going. Also, I want to point this out. I'm putting a lot of my material in YouTube because I want to create a big platform that my students can go to and pull that material down and work with it. I'm finding it hard to find a place where I can store all my material and people can just reference it when they need it. The college has a place, but it's so many professors in there. When you go in there and get your stuff, it's just a mess. So what I'm trying to do is make sure you guys can get your material. But what I need from you guys, if you can like the material or share comments or even subscribe to let me know you want the new up and coming material. What I'm going to start doing is rolling out labs after labs after labs. And I'm also going to be giving lectures on the new Cisco program that's about to come your way. I am actually developing the curriculum for the iRetech community. So I'm going to be putting my footprint in there. Hopefully they'll keep me on, but you never know. They might find somebody else, you know. No, I'm just having fun. But I want to make sure you guys will be able to come to a location where when you need help figuring something out, you got a voice from the college you can go to without doing a lot of searching and talking to a lot of people. I'm going to roll out a lot of the labs on that page, and you're going to be able to see the labs, you're going to be able to see the packet tracers, and you're going to be able to get this information and hopefully become better in networking. But also I'm going to have discussions on there about jobs in networking and what you got to do and stuff like that. So please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell so you can know when a new lab is coming out. After today, I'm going to start rolling them out. And if you hit the notification bell, you're going to automatically know. Now, it's not required that you go there and look at that stuff. I'm just trying to build a platform for students who have a particular problem understanding stuff, and they really want to get this stuff down. So with that being said, this is Professor Sistrunk. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, it is done. I can go in there now and do the work and get things completed. So I'm hoping that this helped you out a lot. I think it did. But if you need any type of help, just let me know. And as you can see, I'm going to leave it right here where you can see the router, the switch, the two computers, because this is the basics of everything. once again, this is Professor Sistrunk signing off. I'll see you in the next vlog.